Guess what, guys? Guess what, guys? I have very good news for you today. Very, very good news for you. The news we've all been waiting for. You want to know the news? You want to hear the news? The English Premiership is back. I'm super excited. I am super excited. And I know you're excited too because we all miss the Premiership. Think about it. The English Premiership is the best league in the world. It's the only league in the world where the bottom three teams can beat the top three teams. No other league have that kind of drama. That's all in the Premiership. The passion, everything is in the Premiership. So thank you so much, English Premiership, for trying to come back, which we're waiting. So we're going to watch two games on the 17th, which has to be Man City versus Arsenal and Aston Villa versus Sheffield United. Those were the last two games to play before the whole Premiership came to a halt due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But once those two teams are played, we'll now have official 9 more games before the season comes to a hold, before the season comes to a close. That puts away all skepticism about Liverpool becoming overnight champions and being crowned because they were topping the league. Well, you know how this league is. Liverpool is still number one, but let's see if something happens. I doubt if something can happen because Liverpool were in fire before the league came to a halt. But you can't tell. This 9 games could just be something different. Liverpool might lose all 9 games. I'm not saying they're going to lose for all Liverpool fans. I don't want to get crucified by you guys. I'm just saying the possibility that the Premiership, anything can happen. But it's beautiful to know they're coming back, though, because there's going to be a lot of action to watch, especially with the bottom three teams going facing relegations and the bottom three teams from the Championship that are also trying and playing for promotion. It's going to be nice to see how the battle for a spot in the Premiership and also for a spot out of the Premiership, which is going to be beautiful. But that's the good news. But I have a little bit of, it's not sad news, but there's a little quagmire going on right now with the English FA and the broadcasting rights. We all know, see, the beautiful game is beautiful. We love it so much. But the beautiful game comes with a lot of money. And money has a way of attracting craziness around with it, if you know what I'm talking about, So nobody wants to ever feel cheated. At the same time, nobody wants to lose. We just want to have everybody come to a compromise and understanding so we can move forward. So that's the case between the FA right now and the broadcasters. The broadcasters actually demanding a rebate of £340 million as against the next 92 games left to end the season, if the games are going to be played behind closed doors. Normally, this whole coverage would have cost a total of £762 million, but they're asking a rebate for half of the amount, which is £340 million. It kind of sounds reasonable, but that's a lot of money. Thinking about where this team's going to get it from, because they can't really make money right now like they used to. It's everybody's affected by the pandemic, right? So, but the broadcasters are saying no because they're paid for something. It's all about content. If they can't get the right content they want and they pay for because of the ads and everything that comes along with how they make their profit, how they're going to cover up the rest amount of money that they pay for. So teams are objecting to the fact that they can't come up with that money. They're not going to pay that money. But instead, some of them are trying to get a little bit creative, finding a way work around the whole situation and see how they can come up with the money by creating content around the situations which they find themselves. And which of those contents they're thinking about putting a camera in the dressing room. So you're gonna have like a camera watching the players getting ready to go play, which we normally have a glimpse of that normally in the games, but now we're gonna have like at least a minute run of tape of them videoing the players getting ready to come for the game. There's also gonna be a camera in the dressing room to see how they get their pep talks before they go back in the game in the halftime and all that, which we never used to get to see, but now thinking about doing the camera there so that people can actually see coaches and dashing out and tactics on how to go about the next team, which is going to be very interesting to see because that's another side of the game we never thought was well, we always know there's content there, but we haven't really seen it happen. But now we're going to see that. And the most interesting part of this, listen, this is the most interesting part. For me, this is the very interesting part, is they're thinking about giving the coaches, the team managers, microphones. So whatever they say on the sidelines, we can hear what they say. But teams are a little bit skeptical in that regard because you know these managers are passionate managers. They don't want to lose, and sometimes when they when they dish out instructions for players to do some setting tasks and they don't do it the right way, they start using words that are not appropriate for TV. You know what I mean? Like wrong words that are kind of bad for, not kind of that bad for TV because you don't want a kid listening and hearing all kinds of foolishness. So the coaches might not want to agree to that. That's what I think because at the end of the day, that would cost a lot of coaches. I would say being fined or no, that's the word, not sued, but I see a lot of coaches being fined for using inappropriate words, which they don't want to put themselves in that kind of situation right now. But it's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds. Just imagine a head coach has a earphone and he's talking and you're hearing. It's interesting to know how these coaches actually feel in the bench because a lot of these coaches have different kind of pressure mechanisms when they're on the bench. Some have high blood pressure, the other ones don't. But you're going to hear everything and how they scream and how they shout. It's going to be interesting to see that. But those are the ideas they're bringing up on how to create content and see if this content can be sold and see how they can also, make fans happy. Because for now, fans cannot be part of this beautiful game. We all know what's going on, so we have to separate ourselves from the whole action right now. But these are interesting times, very very interesting times to see and what happens. But I'm happy though. I'm so happy the game starts June 17th. All the EPL fans, let's get ready. Couple of weeks and it's gonna be showtime. Thank you for watching.